sorry about throwing you to the beasties there. But in the heat of the moment, I just thought, Now this pipe is leaking and the water looks weird. I'm not sure, mind, but I'd swear it was dream water. That can't be right, though, can it? Kane was only authorized to pipe in regular water. Where would he even get this much of the dream stuff? I'll keep looking here. You should go tell Roz about this.
Water, water, water. Give me all the water.
Yeah, I get it. You're Mr. Kane. Very subtle.
All the water, all the dreams. They are mine. My fuel, my feed, mine.
That is unlawful impersonation. And the punishment for that is explosions. Wizard, want to stomp all over this metaphor?
Why does that creature sound like one of the Serene from Doctor Who? I mean, it does.
Tidily consumes. It's ever so sad.
that was a lucid dream, a physical manifestation of the dreaming. You can't blow those up. I've tried. And you say you saw dream water coming from the pipes. Is it that obvious? Are we that dense? Kane said he used food coloring in the lagoons. Well, if those monsters up there are dreams, draining the lagoons will stop new ones from appearing. Just hit the valve over there. Mr. Kane ain't gonna like this. I'll deal with him. You should find Ms. Locke. She helped build this place. Maybe she knows more than she's saying. Lousy politics. Should just arrest everyone.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe you should just do a job.
Lagoons were dream water after all. That madman actually did it. He drilled under the Great Barrier. I told you Kane's tried to steal from the Pink Lake. But it's worse than that. I helped him. That was my walkabout lesson. Bring the dreaming to all. That's the appeal of Wallaroo. Its only appeal, some say. But the Drovers rebuffed us, so we adapted. We couldn't bring the real dreaming to all, so brought the idea of it. We dyed regular water and called it dreaming. Corruption is a slow thing. It creeps upon you by inches. My dream to share the source of my inspiration became a dream to profit from it. What would you pay to take a dip in the stuff dreams are literally made on? A lot, it turns out. Even for the placebo effect of our recolored pools. For Kane, it wasn't enough. He wanted the real thing. So stark was his greed, it highlighted my own. So I left and helped the Drovers thwart him. But if he managed to slant drill beyond the Great Barrier and pump Dreamwater straight here, that fool could spark a war. Come on.
Oh, what is the vexation if I pilfered a small quantity of Dreamwater from the infinite reserve of the Drovers?
'Cause we have a treaty to do exactly not that. This is the sort of thing that could lead to civil war.
Is that not already transpiring? Those marauders on the avian steeds, are they not Drover-born?
Could be they're behind these monsters, trying to take back the dreaming, even though it should belong to all of Wallaroo.
The Emu Riders are not allied with the Drovers. They're attacking them as well. Attacking them with drop bears. Blast me for a fool. The answer is obvious. The Emu Riders are unleashing the monsters upon both groups. We must tell Morp at once.
Yes, Miss Locke, go play with your backward allies. I have dreams to sell.
Do not mistake me, Mr. Kane. Your unlawful exploits will be among my topics of discussion as well.
no hope. Scaries attack the olds and the news. Why? The news? That's easy, that's fair. They takees what ain't theirs to take. But the olds? What did they do? Mort never tells. But you can brainwrite yourself. Just jump in the lake. See the scaries what haunt them when the sand hits their eyes.
The drop bears still appear to be in full force. Shutting down the resort's access to the dreaming didn't help.
No, it wouldn't then, would it? The damage has been done, I'd say. The townies and their allies corrupted the dreaming then.
Yet it is only the emu riders who benefit from these incursions. Or at least tame the beasts that cause them. But what is actually manifesting them?
We saw Freddy Croker trying to create a projection of himself from Dreamwater. Maybe he's making monsters for the riders.
Hey now, that's missing the point, mate. It's not just one outsider. It's the townies that invite them. They're the problem. Always. Always have been.
The lead rider told you to jump in a lake for answers. Some feuds transcend time and reason. But the dreaming remembers. Be mindful, wizard.
Yes, we all should be mindful when it comes to those emails. So we're on quest 59.
Miss me, wizard. Don't worry, I'm not here to fight. Not this time. I want you to see, to understand the chaos of Wallaroo. Let's watch.
Look at this place. A world of water that is not water. Of thoughts and revelations that float on tides of imagination.
Sandy Harbor.
As we sail these seas, we must drink of the waters slowly to build up our fortitude so we might face the dreamer at its center.
Yes, the solution is here, I feel it. This is where we will find the tools we need to solve our great problem. We must let nothing stop us.
Everyone's having a good day. I've been relaxing while hanging out with my friends on Google Meets and Messenger while watching my favorite TV shows on Disney Plus and HBO Max. I got my snacks and studies ready for the Wizard101 and preparing for the Wizard101 videos. Today I have ramen noodles with ravioli. Combining both, I call them ramen and beef ravioli. trees in there. But yeah, that's my day, and I hope you guys have a good day as I do.
dreams, they say. Whatever could they mean?
You let in the outsiders and they corrupted the dreaming. Even now, their wayward thoughts are swept up in the waves.
Some maybe. Some bring new ideas. Things we'd never in a million years think of. To enrich the dreaming. The dreamer has only ever been seen by Wallaroo. Imagine what it could create if fueled by diverse experience.
We don't have to imagine. Others already took from it, used it to inspire terrors. We can't let that happen again. We will stop you, by any means.
no choice. They would have tainted everything.
But the cost. Already entire species are declining in these drier climes. Juggernaut crabs, emus, gone.
A terrible sacrifice, but a necessary one if the Great Barrier we raised protects the Dreamer from further corruption. Then our watch begins now. Let all those who would twist the dreaming fall.